Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to day 28 of Christie's from Christie's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And today's lovely exclusive sketch is by Kristen Foster, who is scrapping on the fly here on YouTube. And Kristen is a new friend for me. It is a channel and a scrapper that I discovered through this series 9, which is so much fun. She's had a video every single day, and she's been very active over in the Dottie About Flair and the 30 Days of Sketches Facebook group. So that is so much fun. I love that we can find, of course, through these series, all of our regular lovely friends, and then each time discover a few new ones. So if you don't know Kristen, if you have not discovered her channel, Scrapping on the Fly here on YouTube, pop on over there and see some of her lovely creations. And she provided us with an exclusive sketch, as we've been doing for the last half of this series today. Now, my original idea, because I had this stencil, this gorgeous stencil that was sort of like peeking out at me. I had not opened it actually from a Scrapbook and Cards Today sampler kit sometime last year, I believe. And if you look at the pattern and the idea on Kristen's sketch, this was my first idea, but I was just sort of faffing about trying to get it the way I would want it with these two photos, and it wasn't quite working for me. And then I decided to look into my pre-cut cut files that I had gotten in kits when I had a kit club a couple of years ago, and I still have tons of those cut files left to use. And I found this. It doesn't have the same kind of pattern and interest, of course, as what I think is definitely stenciling and beautiful stenciling on Kristen's sketch, but it does provide that element behind my photos. It does not take away from the floral paper, because that was the other element in my decision, is I wanted to use this paper as my background. So that made me want to use white for the texture paste. And even with that, I really did feel that it was going to detract from the background. So I took this cut file. It was quite a bit larger. It was meant, I guess, for sort of a 12 by 12. I cut it down. I just cut, I think, about three rings off on the outside. And I do have two of those, because I started with two that have a fun pattern that I might be able to use on another layout. Then I used Heidi Swap Color Shine in Peach, and just sort of did a wash, watered down a little bit so that I could bring in the peachy pink sort of color of these flowers to pop there. And then Kristen has what looks like just a nice strip along the bottom of her layout, and I had this piece. I'm using, by the way, the Carta Summer collection, one of my page kit leftovers from Build-A-Page, and I had this piece that was already torn. If you remember all of my tearing woes, this is a piece that is left over from some of my paper tearing, and it sort of fit just that way. And I thought, well, I still achieved the across the page look, but I use this fun scrap and I get a little bit of extra interest. So we might just sort of distress this a little bit more while we're talking. It's a fairly clean and simple layout, but still, which I like. You know, I do like that. I do occasionally manage a little bit of the more is more. Namely, I guess in my layering, that might tend to be where I get a little extra on my layouts. I do enjoy layering and putting several layers every once in a while behind a photo, which reminds me there's an awesome challenge just posted a couple of days ago over in Scrapbook Your Joy. Her spring challenges. Sandra put up the spring challenges, and the first one is a sketch, and the challenge is all about layering, and it's tons and tons of gorgeous layers. Okay, so a little bit of distressing. I have two photos, and I think, was it on Sunday, or just recently, anyway, I did that photo of the winter with the Echo Park winter, and a photo of me at 4 and me this year. And I was talking about that photo and how I thought it was the same year that my mom had gone to Florida with her dad. And I found these two photos, and I thought they would be perfect for this layout. And I backed the photo with my mom on another bit of this paper. Or no, it's actually a different one. I think it might be a different one. Yeah, it is a different one. It's still from the summer collection, but it's a little bit of a tighter pattern. And I have this left over from day 16, that lovely big heart. So I backed it in that because I found the cardstock that I used to back the photo of my grandfather, and I love it with my grandfather because the sky here has a little bit of those sort of purpley tones. I did not like that blue with the photo, so they're matted in two different photos, in two different frames. There we go. All right, now one of the things I'm wondering, because of this fun circle, is would I pop my photos inside something like maybe this with that on top? That could be cute. Actually, I kind of like that because there's a lot of space on this photo that I don't really need, and I just kept it so that I could have the same sizing. They're not very good photos, either one of them, but yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Just like that. Pop it up a little bit higher, and then get my granddad's, and I'm just going to angle them slightly. They're not angled in the sketch, but I'm going to angle them. I like that. All right, let's get that down while I'm talking to you. I think I might be able to do this entire layout with you right here because it's fairly simple. Yeah, there we go. Let's just pop that there. This won't need very much, but we'll just do that right there. And right there. So there we go. So we have the photos down. Now, if you look up in the corner, Kristen has a nice little filled corner up here, which I like. So what I did, now we have a few alternatives up here, but I did punch some circles out from this collection that will go with this paper, and this one would bring out this sort of corally, pinky red, and I could do something like this right there, which I think could be fun, and then we could just pop a flare there. I quite like that. Or would I go with maybe a little bit of a darker? Yeah, I think I like the darker flare. Yeah, I think we could do that up there. I kind of like that, because the other thing I was thinking is maybe using a couple of the Nicole Jones 911 florals number 5, but I find the pink a little too dark. Yes, this pink is too dark, and then I also find the blue a little, although it matches the deeper color in here, I find it's too present. I would prefer this color from the center. So I think what I'll do in another video, one of the Nicole Jones 911 videos, I'm going to try printing these on draft, like a lower quality. I've seen Nicole do that to get a paler tone, which I think might be nice. Now, I, of course, went into the peach, and now that matches a lot better. So would I want to maybe put some florals up here? Would that be cute? Something like that. Something like that might be nice. Or, you know, because if you look at what Kristen has, she sort of has a strip. Now, I wonder, not this one, but would it be nicer if I followed the sketch a little bit more with sort of, yeah, it might, you know what, let's be brave. Let's be brave. Now, this one is going to be easy to do because it's got lines. Let's be brave. Yeah, that'll come off the top. And do a fishtail. Oops, not quite long enough. Oh, there we go. Gosh, I'm making a mess. There we go. Like that. And then we'll do the same thing here. If it doesn't work, then I'll just go punch some more circles, my friends. That's all it will be, but I do sort of have a feeling I'm going to like that a little bit more. Let's get rid of all of these little bits and pieces. Oh, just riveting watching, my friends, isn't it? There we go. All right. So, you know what? I think I am going to like that better. Something like that. And then we can put, oh, but now you see, I don't like the flare there. Then maybe we need to pop in a floral. Okay, well, let's just leave that for a minute because now I am no longer sure. So unless we just do this, there, now maybe something like that. I think maybe this one is just for the moment extraneous because it just blends in a little bit too much. So that might be an option. And let's see, would we add a floral with that, sort of like that? No, we definitely don't need a floral up there. So let's do something like that. I think let's leave it for now. Then if I come down here, I want to get a title in here. And I have this perspective, this gorgeous perspective. It says places. Now, this is at the beach. They are really only at one place. But I think maybe with my journaling, I could turn it into a few places that they visited, lovely places visited, or something like that. So I would do the title, Lovely Places, and I would use this, maybe, would I use this one or this tiny small one? Let's see, which would be nicer, because I want this. Yeah, I think I would use the small ones. I think I would use these Happy Life ones for lovely places like this. And then my idea will be to come and put a journaling spot. I have these two peaches. One is paler than the other. A journaling spot right there. And I think I like that. And then we'll pop a flare. All right, so this area I think is coming together. Would we do another flare up here? Maybe not. Then I think this area is coming together nicely. Okay, my friends, let me go do this and I will be right back. Okay, my friends, so I got this glued down, Lovely Places. As I said, I would prefer it said place, but we'll turn it into an opportunity for some journaling about after the beach, maybe some of the areas that they went to see. I got this flare up here. Now, that leaves, I think, a little bit of an awkward space here. Maybe here, but maybe not. So the idea I have here is, I think, because again, as I said, this is just sort of like wasted space in the photo. So maybe why not decorate them a little bit by putting a couple of these, but doing a little floral cluster there. And I kind of like that. So I'll do this one flat to the page. Let's do that. We'll do this one flat to the other side. This one flat to the page. Then this one, I will just put one pop dot up in one area so that it will pop up a little bit, and then the rest will be flat to the page so that it comes off the photo there. And then this smaller one we will pop up, and I think that gives a fun, but we need to bring it all down a bit because my whole idea was that little corner. So there. All right, there we go. We'll pop that up here and pop that there. And that gives a fun little cluster where the photos join. It doesn't take away from the photos. It fills in a little bit of that awkward gap, and then the photos had a lot of extraneous space in them. So there we go. Now, we really don't need much less because even this, if you look, is additional to the sketch. While I was gluing this down, I changed my mind a little bit here. I had a piece of hexagon from the Fernwood collection left, and this was just a tiny piece in the golden yellow, and I really liked that. And then I cut another strip of this corally, gorgeous corally color, and I actually don't think that I am going to banner them. My idea is up here in the corner, the lovely yellow, golden yellow piece there, and the flare piece. And I think that is all that is needed. I don't think it needs much more than that. And then I think this will pretty much finish this. Let's get this down. I think that's far enough down. Then I wish this one was just a little bit wider, but that is all I had left of that little piece. So we're going to put it over here, and we're going to just have it overlap a touch. Oh, maybe a little bit higher though. There we go. Yeah, a little bit higher, just overlapping a touch. And then we'll get, now would we go with the lighter? Yeah, no, I do like the darker, but I might want to bring this in somewhere just before we sign off. Let's get this one up. There. I'm still in frame. Oh, yes, I am. Geez, I'm getting not too bad at staying in frame, my friends, and doing this. There we go. So these are little stars. Let's sort of pop it. Not centered. There we go. There we go. Let's just have that there, and then I'll cut this off. Let's do it so that we can actually get the proper look. There we go. Yeah, now you see, I think that finishes it all off quite nicely. We have this here. We have another flare here. And would I just come down here with a couple of, does it need it? No, that's sort of like out in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? I really wanted to get this on there. How about if I just put it there? Because these are these little beach houses. How about if I just pop it there? That sort of gives me a bit of a diagonal in the flare. What do you think? Or would we put it here? You know, I think before I said I didn't need anything there. And we don't, but I there, let's tuck it. Let's tuck it. Yeah, over here a little bit. There you go. All right, that has got that done. We're going to tuck that there. I get my 3 flares on that I wanted to get, and I particularly wanted this one. Let's tuck it right here, but so that we can still see. There we go. All right, so that we can still see the beach houses, and then I sort of get a little bit of a diagonal feel. We'll do a little bit of journaling. And the only thing I am thinking is in this area here to add maybe a few sequins. If I do that, I'll do that off camera, and I'll put a photo at the end if I decide to do that. But I'm not sure it really needs it. Tell me, what do you think? Tell me down below. Tracy, I know you're talking to me. Thank you. So let me know, what do you think? And the only thing I did not get on this page is the Dotty About Flare prompt today. The Dotty About Flare prompt today was a half and half design, and I couldn't quite make that work because I would have had to bring this up a little bit higher than I wanted to do it, and to stay with the sketch, I felt I wanted it a little bit lower. So I think this is only the I know it's for sure the second day that I did not manage the prompt. It might be the third. On one of those days, it was the day that we were celebrating Adam and his 1,000 subbies, and I did not get the prompt on the 30 Days of Sketches layout, but I got it on his layout. So I'm claiming that day for sure. Anyway, my friends, there you go. Thank you, Kristen, for the gorgeous sketch and the lovely inspiration. Thank you, all of you, for being here with me today. I love reading all of your comments. Don't forget, hashtag 30DSCBL9 if you're looking for us. Or if you want us to find you. And we'll be back tomorrow with day 29, my friends. Thanks for being here. Bye for now.